Long-term physical conditions can predispose us to mental health issues. We have emphasized that there is a very strong relationship between physical health and mental health. By long-term physical conditions, we mean conditions that are physical but cannot be cured. Rather, they can be managed by medications and other means. Examples of long-term conditions are epilepsy, diabetes, high blood pressure, asthma, and the likes. Why do we think that these conditions can predispose you to mental health problems? We'll be discussing that today, and I'm going to be telling you what sorts of supports, self-care, and self-help modes are available. As much as when you talk about long-term physical conditions, you are tempted to think about the geriatric population or people who are older. You can find long-term physical conditions among the young and middle-aged population, and that is why every life matters as it concerns mental health. Today, I'm going to be telling you how and why long-term physical conditions can predispose you to mental health conditions, as well as the kinds of supports available. Let's go, guys. Hi guys, this is Paula's Health Tricks, where we help you to stay on top of your mental health game. I make videos to help you understand mental health and how it relates to your everyday life. Remember to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell button so that you don't miss out on any videos. Let's go to the business of the day, guys. It is important to know that long-term physical conditions can affect different aspects of your life: your relationships, your marriage, your work, your ability to make money, productivity, and interestingly, your finances. This is why it's important to checkmate whatever effects or spillovers that get to your mental health from long-term physical conditions. As a healthcare worker, I have come in contact with several people whose relationships got ruined simply by the fact that the long-term physical conditions came up at some point. For instance, persons who are on long-term antihypertensives, which can cause erectile dysfunction, might have these issues spilling into their sexual life and causing their partners to become disgruntled. Also, people who have frequent asthma crises can actually have issues if their partners do not understand, or people who come into their lives do not understand their conditions and how it is managed. All this can bring about stigma, and that is why we need to be enlightened or enlighten the public to understand the effects of these long-term conditions and how to prevent them from causing negative effects on the mental health of the people who have them. How do long-term physical conditions affect your mental health? Now, long-term physical conditions can lead to social isolation. I'm going to link up my video on social interactions and how they help your mental health. Imagine that all of the disadvantages of social isolation were happening to one person. That will increase the tendency that they will come down with mental health issues. Now, aside from social isolation, long-term physical conditions can cause one to have a lowered self-esteem, can cause one to face stigma and discrimination, tiredness, frustration, worry, and pain. And all this can lead to lowered productivity and lowered quality of relationships with people. This can be overwhelming on individuals who do not find support and care, and predispose them to more mental health problems. There are several factors that can increase the risk of people with long-term physical conditions coming down with mental health problems, and they include pill counts. When people have to take so much pills every day to keep alive or to stay alive, they are prone to having high pill burden and increased pill fatigue, where people no longer want to stay on medications for a long time. This can increase dissatisfaction, increase the levels of frustration, and in turn cause mental breakdown in these people who suffer them. Also, stigma and discrimination for people in low resource areas or low knowledge areas who do not understand the certain specifics as it pertains to a disease condition or to a physical condition might unnecessarily stigmatize people who have them, and this will increase the tendency that these people that are being stigmatized will come down with mental health issues. Also, there could be lowered quality of life and lowered productivity. People become dissatisfied with their outputs. with the outcomes of the things that they bring to the table. They become dissatisfied with their lives, and it can increase mental health problems in these people. Finally, if there is less support from different persons, the GPs, the doctors, the therapists, or the people around, if this help is not available to the people with long-term physical conditions, it can predispose them to increased mental breakdown. So what help is available, guys? Let's go. So if you or someone you know is going through any long-term physical condition and you're confused about how to go about it, come closer and I will tell you how to manage your physical condition in a way that it doesn't spill into your mental health. The first point of call, remember, for your ailment is your doctor, your GP, your consultant, or whoever is managing your health. If you are not open to these persons, then we might be getting it wrong from the onset. You should be able to express yourself with everything that you have, with every word that you can, to your GP, to let them understand how your physical health affects your mental health, what your fears are with your treatment, and what the prognosis is. Make sure that your GP is open to these sorts of discussions. Otherwise, you have the option of changing your GP, at least to the best of my knowledge. So ensure that you're able to communicate your preferences, your concerns, and your fears with your GP, and I bet you that your treatment will be better. Secondly, talk to your family and friends. Remember that this is your immediate environment. These are the persons who could determine if you're going to slide into a mental meltdown or you flourish in the happiest of your moments. Ensure to discuss your fears with your family and your friends that you can trust. Remember that many symptoms of long-term physical conditions are not visible. For instance, pain cannot be felt by some other person. You have to express pain before anyone would know that you are in pain. So it's important to know that your family and friends should understand you at every point in time. Let them know your needs, share your fears with them, and let them know what support you want at every point in time. This will allow them understand your condition the more and be able to provide support and care to the best of their ability. Remember to state your preferences when letting them know what you are going through. Number 3, talk to a therapist. A therapist is very important, especially if you have concerns about not allowing your physical health impact negatively on your mental health. Your therapist understands and will let you, first of all, come out of denial if it is part of the reasons. Some people who have long-term physical conditions are usually in denial, and as such, it will affect adherence and different aspects of your treatment. When you talk to a therapist, they will help you with various ways to navigate your pain, your concerns, and your questions. They will help you to get rid of denial, to get rid of everything that brings doubt to your management and face reality. That way you're better equipped and influenced to be able to make the right decisions as it concerns your physical health, which spills positively into your mental health. Lastly, if your physical condition is such that comes with pain, irrespective of how mild, moderate, severe, or life-threatening the pain is, it is important that you seek cognitive behavioral therapy for pain. This helps you improve on how you see, think, manage, or control pain, and might go a long way to improve how this pain affects you physically and mentally. Imagine listening to someone and then you realize that your condition is not as serious as you thought. Not to minimize any condition, but by the time you're done speaking with different people in your support groups, you might realize that you are not doing terribly after all. It's help you encourage yourself and help you feel good about yourself. It also helps you help others, and that way you feel fulfilled and your mental health is improved. So guys, those are the few ways that you can manage the effects of long-term physical conditions on your mental health or that of people around you. Thank you guys for listening. Remember to subscribe to my channel. This is Paula's Health Streaks, where we help you stay on top of your mental health game and demystify mental health. See you some other time. Bye-bye.